Three, two, one. A very good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to all of the educators who have joined us from all around the world. It is so nice to have all of you in the 10th and the final session of the International Educators Bootcamp. We are more than happy to receive all of the love that you have been showering us with. We are more than happy to have all of you today in this particular session and in the closing ceremony tomorrow. With me, as always, I have my amazing colleague, Miss Shruti. Hi, Miss Shruti.
Hey Vivek, hello everyone. A very good morning, good afternoon, and a good evening to all our amazing educators. It's very hard to say that today we are meeting for the 10th session of this International Educators Bootcamp. We'll be having closing ceremony for this Educators Bootcamp tomorrow. So, as Vivek already mentioned yesterday, we all will gonna miss you all a lot at the same time, which is 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. IST. And today we have our very own guest, Mr. Dave, with us for the guest expert session. He'll be soon sharing the motivational insights of his in the expert guest session. Meanwhile, I would request to all our educators to please download the PictoBlox application if you haven't downloaded yet. This is the latest version in front of your screen. So please scan the QR code and download the latest version. Along with that, you have the another QR code which is of attendance form. So please fill out your pre-survey attendance form, which will mark your attendance for the 10th session of this boot camp. And I hope you all are very excited for this 10th session, which is the last but not the least. Meanwhile, educators are joining. We will be sharing one more link, one extra link for you all today in the comment section, where we would request you to share your feedback on the PictoBlox application on the Play Store or the App Store. So please do share your feedback with us on the application. So I hope you have enjoyed with this PictoBlogs from last 10 days and you have been done lot of assignments with the help of this application. So it would really gonna help us to modify the application based on the requirements, based on your feedback. So please do share your feedback with us on this application as well.
Yeah.
We really, yeah, yes, Vivek.
With that, we are also sharing you one more link to give a feedback to us, me and Miss Shruti and Team STEMpedia. So feel free to give us the feedback by clicking on the links that we have shared in the chat box. We'll be more than happy if you can take out time to give feedback to us. It will also motivate us personally to give our best in the coming time period as well. So it's a humble request to all of you.
Because as a human, we totally believe that the scope of improvement comes from the feedback only. So if you guys really want that we should improve ourselves on any kind of area, then you have to share your valuable feedback with us. We'll surely gonna work on that. We'll promise you that we will surely gonna work on your feedbacks, and we will be coming with our level best in the coming days of the boot camp. So please, 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 we request you to not skip any of the feedback form which we are sharing with you. I know that we are sharing a lot of feedback forms with you, But this is something which is really required for us to work upon on our platform, on our software, even on our training methodology as well. So please, please, please do share your feedback with us.
Yes. With that, I will be posting the attendance form link in the chat box. So the ones who are done filling the feedback for PictoBlox and for me and Miss Shruti, you please feel free to fill the attendance form.
Also, dear educators, like today is the last day of the session of this whole 10 days of boot camp. So if you want to post on LinkedIn or the Facebook regarding your 10 days of journey or your 10 days of expertise, whatever you have done, if you would like to share on your social media handles, then please feel free to share it and tag me and Vivek and STEMpedia team in your post. It will be help us to reach more, like many more educators around the globe. So please do tag me, Vivek, and even the STEMpedia in your post.
Right. With that, educators, if you want to be showcased in the bootcamp recap video that we will be making. So you have the chance to make a 10 to 15 or maybe let's say maximum 30 seconds of video sharing your feedback with us, how you like the bootcamp, your journey with us. Make that video and you can post that video in your Telegram or your WhatsApp group. And we will definitely pick out the best ones and put it in our recap video. So we will be more than happy to hear your experience and share it with the world. So I think, Ms. Shruti, it is a good time to start the session. Over to you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Vivek. So, very warm welcome to all of you, to all our amazing educators on this 10th day of this boot camp. We have been conducted already the 9 sessions of this International Educators Boot Camp, and today is the final day of the learning, which will be conducted on Introduction to Robotics with Python Programming. So I hope that you all are really excited for this last but not the least session. And this is not the end with the bootcamp sessions or etc. Because maybe you can say that this is the starting of the lot of adventures which will be coming in the coming time as well. So please stay tuned with us for the closing ceremony. We'll be having lot of announcements for you regarding the other boot camps, the other offerings which we will be providing you as a STEMpedia. So please stay tuned with us for this closing ceremony. We would love to have you all at the closing ceremony, which will be conducting tomorrow at the same time at 4 p.m. IST. So educators, hope you have submitted your assignments, your quizzes, all the session assignments, all the session quizzes, everything is available now on LMS. Everything is open for you. Even the capstone project link is also open for you. So if you want to submit your assignment, if you want to get the badge, if you want to get your certificate within this timeline, like from today, this time to tomorrow, this time within 24 hours, that thing you can do it. We will showcase your picture with the badge by tomorrow's closing ceremony also, if you'll get the badge. So for getting the badge, you have already known the criteria. If you are not aware of it, then Vivek will surely gonna share in the coming time. So he will be sharing with you the criteria, how to get the certificate, how to get the badges, etc. So please stay tuned with us for this particular session as well. You will be getting all the information from our end. As I always say, that this bootcamp is all about our STEM trainers, educators, instructors, and our dear teachers from all around the world. So this bootcamp we have already been conducted from last 2 years, and this is the third edition of the bootcamp. Till now, We have empowered 15,000 plus educators from 80 plus countries. We are really honored that today Mr. Dave has joined us for the expert guest session to share his expertise and his journey of education with all of our educators to motivate them. I will soon introduce Mr. Dave to all of you. Before I before I would go into the introduction of Mr. Dave, I would like to highlight the prime objectives of the boot camp. So this is the last time from all of these 10 days you will be hearing these objectives from me. So, yeah. So, the first objective is to empower our educators by strengthening their understanding on coding, artificial intelligence, and robotics by enhancing your 21st century skills. Secondly, we will provide an experience of hands on learning to all our dear educators on these latest technologies. Moving further, we will be making each and every educator confident enough to discuss these skills with their students by enhancing your technical skills. We are also providing each and every educator a chance to become an ambassador of Python and artificial intelligence learning. Moving further, I would like to take a moment to share my gratitude and my thanking note to all our supporters, our partners, due to whom this bootcamp has been possible to implement. So I would like to thank Art Park, Niti Aayog, Atal Innovation Mission, All India Educators Forum, American India Foundation, SRF Foundation, Bharati India Foundation, GUSEC, Learning Link Foundation, Learn Hill, Tata Classes, Invented Education, EDEC, Leadership for Equity. I would like to also thank Codeva 5.0 International team for supporting us with this bootcamp. Our educators will be participating in Codeva 5.0 for like with the help of their students by transferring all the skills which they have learned in this educator bootcamp. Moreover, I would like to thank our international partners who have been supporting us with the bootcamp, like CKBS Ghana, AI Azari Algeria, Nima Academy Nepal, Pratasi Junior Indonesia, Really EduTech South Korea, Code Kiddo Indonesia, Shaguf Egypt, Uniqual Robotics UAE, BSEC Nigeria, CTech Foundation Nigeria, IoT Kids Iraq, EduStore South Africa, SMGK Hawa Malaysia, EdTech UK, EDM Singapore, last but not the least, Robotona Jordan. Thank you so very much, all our educators, our supporters, our collaborators, partners, for engaging your associated educators with us. Thank you so very much. Now, I would like to move ahead with the expert guest session introduction. As I said, today we have our very own guest and the most enthusiastic educator with us, who is Mr. Dave Scoof. He is a vice president at public relations at Cool Cat Science US. As I said, he is one of our enthusiastic educator and who has been shown his active participation from throughout these 10 days of boot camp. So a hearty welcome and a huge thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion with your presence. I would like to hand over my mic to Mr. Dave to share his expertise, his experience with all our associated educators. Thank you, Mr. Dave. Over to you.
All right. Well, thank you, Ms. Shruti. Thank you, Vivek. Can you hear me all right? All right, good. Well, my name, as I was introduced, my name is Dave Schoaf. I have this elaborate title of Vice President of Cool Cat Science, but that's my weekend and evening job. But during the day, I'm an IT professional. I've got my bachelor's in software engineering, and I served for 15 years as a professional developer. The last 5 years, I've been an IT project manager with a company. But about 6 years ago, my wife and I started a little project teaching STEM in our basement. My wife is a STEM editor and an author. She's published many lessons that are used all around the world. And we needed a group of children to try out our lessons with before we published them. So we had a little group of guinea pigs that would meet. We called them our guinea pigs, and we would meet in our basement every week and work on these lessons. And that's where Cool Cat Science got it started. In 2020, we added robotics and coding, since I'm a programmer, naturally. And in 2022, we added AI to the program. In 2023, we decided that we should actually formally form an organization. So we have a little nonprofit, and it's called Cool Cat Science. Let me just share my screen. Let's see. Am I able to share my screen? There I am. Oh, that's not the right one. Okay, good. So Cool Cat Science focuses on something that was mentioned the last couple of days by the queen of STEM, Sally Kamangu, and Paulo. We do project-based learning. Everything we do is project-based. When we have to do a one-off lesson at a library or something like that, it's very difficult for us. We just can't seem to cram it all into such a small space. But our projects range from 6 to 18 classroom hours, and they're always cross-disciplinary projects. Coding, robotics, and STEM, we try to mix them all together. Very similar to the projects that you see in CodeEver. In fact, CodeEver is coming. CodeEver 5.0 is coming this fall. You're going to hear all about it tomorrow. It's a great way to get your students interested in projects. In fact, this is one of the winners from last year, Aditi Boot. She had a great project called Soil Doctor. I would strongly recommend that you visit codever.org and see the highlight wrap up from last year. When you see her demonstrate this project, it's very impressive. There were over 100,000 teams from 70 countries last year. They usually center around one or more themes, but they have several categories. Your students could do everything from a little PictoBlox animation all the way up to a full-blown project like what Aditi did. But, you know, projects are pretty intimidating, especially for the educator, especially if you have more than one project in your classroom. Well, that's what I'm here to help you with today. I'm an IT professional, after all, 20 years of experience. So I'm going to give you a couple of pro tips. Pro tip number 1, start small. Don't despise small beginnings. In my work as a programmer, we always focused on the very core of what we were trying to do. The project may be very large, but usually there's a central functionality that is the innovation that we're working on. We call that the MVP, minimum viable product. So this young lady that's in this picture, she was in our STEM group last spring, and they built an electronic treasure box. Well, what we focused on first was the MVP. That's the lock of the electronic treasure box. Without a lock, you don't have a treasure box. You've just got a box. So this is Izzy. She prototyped her latch. See, it's all taped together with tape because she had to make a lot of adjustments, and she's working right there with an Arduino, trying to get it to take her code and open the lock. So that's my first pro tip. Start small. If your students have big, ambitious projects in mind, help them to boil it down to the core and then build out from that. Well, if you're going to build out, you need a strategy for that. And this is the strategy that we use in my work. This is the strategy that we do in our projects. It's called the engineering design process. And you'll notice that it's in a circle. There's a reason for that. We say iterate to celebrate. In all of the lessons that Vivek has taught us, we always have something in there called a loop. The while true. That's iterate is a fancy word for the loop. And in development, we use a loop. We get the core working, then we expand the scope and get the add-ons working. We expand the scope scope and we improve the user interface. There's 7 sections to the EDP. The first session is ask, what's the problem we're trying to solve? The next one is brainstorm, imagine, dream up solutions. Nobody has a bad idea. But when you finally boil down your strategy, then you plan, ask, imagine, and plan. Wait a minute, don't we have to build a project here? We haven't even started building. That comes in the second phase, create. That's where you get your hands dirty. But if you haven't planned before you start your project, and this is what our students generally do, they get an idea and they want to immediately start coding, or they want to immediately start cutting cardboard. Imagine, then plan, then start creating. And even creating is an iterative process. You create, test, improve. I'm a professional. I've been working at this for 20 years. It never works the first time. Don't let your students be exasperated because it doesn't work the first time. Create, test, improve. Create, test, improve. Then when you've got your project working, even if you're still at the MVP stage, share, get feedback from other teachers, other departments, get feedback from other teams in the class. And you'll see that this is a cycle. Ask, imagine, plan, create, test, improve, share. But this is an arrow. It's not the end. In our projects, many times we go through this process 2 or 3 times. What you end up with is a contest winning project, because you got the core working, you built on, you improve the user interface, and you end up with something that the students can be very proud of. Start small, MVP, minimum viable product. Don't try to get a moonshot on the first day, and then iterate to celebrate. That's the EDP. I have a little QR code. My wife has built a whole presentation around the EDP process. I'll put the link in the WhatsApp and Telegram after I'm done. But, you know, sometimes I'm going to stop sharing here if I can figure out how to do it. Sometimes things are best in 3. So I have another pro tip. This is a bonus. You'll need help, and your students will need help from you. They'll look to you, and you might just be 1 week ahead of them. So connect with your fellow educators today and during closing ceremony. Make connections with your international colleagues so that you can help each other when you're in the trenches working with this new technology. It's easy to do the beginner lesson. It's much more complicated to do a full-blown project. So get help. And I want to close out by saying, you are training the innovators of tomorrow. God loaned you these children for a brief time, not very long. It's good work. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Mr. Dave, for sharing your insights, your inspirational insights. And this will surely gonna motivate our educators. And a very amazing presentation which you have shown just now. Thank you so very much for showing the cycle. And this is what the cycle which I was talking about when I was asking for the feedbacks. Because without sharing the feedback, nothing gonna improve. So this does require, when we are creating any program, or we are working on any kind of technology, or we are developing any kind of robot or our very own innovation in any kind of stream. So thank you so much, Steve, for sharing your insights. We are already getting so many positive feedbacks in the comment section. People are thanking you for sharing your insights. Thank you so very much, Dave.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care. Have a great day. Thank you so much. So moving further, like for today's session, which is last but not the least, the 10th session of this Educators International Bootcamp is on Introduction to Robotics with Python Programming. So I hope you all are ready with your robotics kit, which is the Quarky. If you're not ready with that, then there is no problem at all. You will be having your software in your hand with which you can, practice. And I would like to hand over the session to Mr. Vivek to take this further. And let's continue with the last session, which is the 10th session of this bootcamp. Over to you, Mr. Vivek.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shruti. Once again, I would like to thank Mr. Dave for joining and enlightening us with his words. We really are motivated. And in each and every expert session, I've learned a lot. I have not noted down the points that would help me also to improve my teaching style. And that is something that I have adapted to. So thank you so much for that. So educators, I just want to clarify one thing. This is a session of robotics, but if you do not have Quarky with you, I will show you what you can do. So we are going to make activities for both for the robotics as well as the ones who don't have Quarky with them. So that's not a problem. Okay, we got your side. All right. So let us start with session number 10 and session number 10 with the recap of session number 9 that was yesterday, in which we did the machine learning. So if you have some problems that you are facing with machine learning environment of PictoBlox, you can drop us a mail at support@thestempedia.com and our support team will reach out to you as fast as possible. So they will respond to your mail within 24 hours or less than 24 hours also and get your query resolved ASAP. So don't worry, if you face any problem, you can also mail us or you can drop us a text on the WhatsApp or the Telegram group also. So yesterday we introduced you to machine learning. We talked about machine learning applications. We did an activity of ML tumor tracker. With that, there was a DIY activity of mass detector also. And I hope you all have submitted your assignments. And if you did, kudos to you because today is the last day. And after that, we will be having the closing ceremony in which we will be unveiling the secrets that we have been working on for past months and the entire team who dedicatedly worked with the software also. So there is something very exciting coming up. And I would recommend you watching the closing ceremony tomorrow at the same time. So let's start the session with the attendance. So I request all of you to mark your attendance. I know tomorrow, after tomorrow, you will be missing us all. That today Vivek and Shruti is not live and they're not asking for the attendance. So last but not the least, mark your attendance for session number 10. And yeah, the attendance form link there is there in the chat box as well as here on your screen as a QR code. So please mark
I'm
your
sure
attendance.
I'm sure, Vivek, people will be having so much of relief after this today's session because we have shared a lot of forms with them and they will be surely having so much of this on their head. But don't worry, educators, tomorrow will be the last day for all of this.
And yes, I hope you have enjoyed and you have learned a lot. As Mr. Dave mentioned, such boot camps is not just to sharpen your knowledge with these technological skills, but to also make connections worldwide, which will help you that in your main motive, that is to empower the young minds. Perfect. So I hope you all have marked your attendance. I am going to share the attendance form link in the chat box once again for all of you. It is there in the description box also. So you can mark your attendance from there. All right. So let's start with session number 10, Introduction to Robotics with Python, in which we will be working with our little friend Quarky. So yeah, let's start up with the session. So we will be talking about self-driving cars. and then we will be working with Quarky. Don't worry, as I mentioned, if you do not have Quarky with you, we will be making activity that is for the PictoBlox only if you don't have the Quarky. Okay, so you don't have to worry. All right, so let's start with talking about self-driving cars. Whenever I say or anyone says the word self-driving cars, what is that first word comes into your mind? And I'm sure I think it comes in everyone's mind. I want to know what is the first word that comes up in your mind when I say self-driving car. I'm looking forward to the answers in the chat box. Driverless. Okay, perfect. No driver. Right. Automatic. Tesla. That is the word that I was looking for. Right. Of course, educators, you are spamming us that you will be missing us. Of course, we will miss you all too. And yes, but don't worry, we won't let you wait for a longer period of time. We will be back shortly. Okay. Yes. Okay. So the first word that comes up in my mind is Tesla cars. You know, everyone knows about Tesla cars that are driverless, right? Driverless cars that don't need any driver to, control. They can drive by themselves. Such cars are known as self-driving cars. Cars, when in the starting, if you remember in the early ages, um, we do not have the wheels. In the early ages, BBC itself posted that we can never fly. Now see, we are flying. We have planes, we have jets, we have every type of transportation, whether it be water, land, air. All the three transportations are here with us. But because of these technological era, because of this, the new technologies that are coming up day by day, we are able to improve it, and we have made self-driving cars that can drive themselves and take persons or the passengers from one place to another without any human intervention. They will drive themselves. So as you can see, there is just a GIF over here. It's a GIF of Quarky, that how exactly it is working. It is a self-driving car only, as you can see it on my screen. So self-driving cars, they use a lot of sensors. They have a lot of cameras, 360 cameras, and such sensors and cameras help them to be very safe and secure on the road. Tesla cars are very, very famous in USA. They are very famous in UK also. So you see, these countries, they have Tesla cars which drive themselves, which park themselves. So you don't have to worry about anything, right? So everyone knows about self-driving cars. They use such applications. They have such algorithms by which they will be able to detect signs. They will be able to detect signs that are there, as you can see in the GIF also. It was detecting a sign, this one. When it detected that sign, it turned around. Same signs I have here today with me. These are the signs that we will be using for the Quarky, right? And once the ones who do not have Quarky, don't worry, as I mentioned, you will be able to do it um, together with us, right? Okay, so let's say hello to the companion of today's journey, which is Quarky right over here in my hands. So let me unblur my background, and you can see the Quarky friend here. So let me give you a walkthrough of Quarky. This over here, let me also stop sharing. This over here is the Quarky display palette. Over here, we have the touch pins, these ones. These ones are the touch pins. Then we have the servo motors, these two. Then we have generic input output pins. Then we have two tactical switches here, the L and R. At the back end side, as you can see, we have the battery port, the charging port over here. Then we have the on and off switch right over here. Then we have IR sensors. This is a unassembled Quarky. Quarky comes like this usually. This is what Quarky comes like, assembled. Okay. So let's start our journey. I will give you a quick walkthrough of Quarky once again virtually. So as you can see, we have battery indicators, we have battery connectors, we have power switch, we have the RGB LED display, we have proximity sensors, we have reset switch also. We have USB-C charging port, we have two tactical switches, we have speaker, we have 5 touch pins, we have 2 motor ports, so 6 generic input output pins. Then we have 2 servo ports. So that is what the Quarky comes with. With that, Quarky has Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and one more thing that school and teachers and even parents love about Quarky, that is short circuit protection. So if you want, you can use Quarky in your classroom with small grade students also, and they will be safe. There is no short circuit, hazards happening. So it is short circuit proof. There is short circuit protection in Quarky, and you will be able to use Quarky in your learning as well. So yeah, that was about the elements of Quarky. Moving forward, just to let you know, as I always say, we have a page, the extensions page, on which you will be able to find all of the Quarky as well as all of the PictoBlox functions. I always share that page in the WhatsApp and the Telegram group. So if you visit that page, you will find the all the functions of Quarky, of various Quarky um, extensions. So you will be able to find that. With that, we have functions of Arduino also, Evive also. So if you want to, you can go check it out there also. So yeah. So let's start with the activity that we will be doing today. And in this particular activity, we are making a Python-powered self-driving car with the help of Quarky. And the ones who do not have Quarky, the ones who do not have these, do not worry, you have it with you. And trust me, we will be making very amazing activity for the ones also who do not have Quarky. All right, let's start up by sharing the PictoBlox screen. So first, we will be making activity for the ones who do not have Quarky, because I don't think a lot of you have Quarky with you. So let me make the activity which we have for the ones who do not have Quarky. So you can go in Python and click on go ahead, of course, as usual. In the sprite palette, if you scroll down, you will be able to see car. So you can either choose car. We have motorcycle. You can choose motorcycle also. You can choose motorcycle, car. Then we have robots. We have Wizbot also here. We can choose that also. And if you want, you can download Quarky's PNG. So if you have, you can download Quarky's PNG and you can use that PNG to make your car, to make your self-driving car. Okay, let's choose car over here. Delete this Toby sprite. Let's go in the backdrops and choose a backdrop, which can be, you can either choose any of these track arena. Let's choose this one. Okay. And let's place our car over here. Right. So we have a blue car right over here, as you can see. So what we will do, now you must be wondering, sir, from where do I get these recognition cards? No need to worry about it. Not at all. If you go in, if you go in blocks just for a second and go in extension palette and then go in recognition cards, you have to wait for a few seconds. After this, if you click on this particular icon or this particular button, this one, download recognition card PDF. This will download the recognition cards, these ones for you, a PDF for you. And you can print these cards and use them for this activity. So that is what you can do. So you see, even if you don't have the resources, you will be able to create wonders with the PictoBlox application. Let's head back to Python and let's start with the code. So what I have to do, I want my car to move when I show it go. I want it to stop when I show it stop. Just to do everything according to the cards that I use, right? That is what I want. You can also take a screenshot of the card, right? Yeah. Yes, Nikita ma'am. Thank you. Very good suggestion. You can take a screenshot of the cards also, and then you will be able to show it with the help of your phone to your laptop. You can do that as well. Perfect, Nikita ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay. So now let's start up with the activity. So what we are going to do, we will be just recognizing cards. So for that, we need card recognition extensions. Just give me 1 second, please. Yeah. It depends on you, Shanku sir, whichever you like. Quarky has its different functionalities. Arduino has different functionalities. So it depends on you. Okay, yes, Miss Gayatri, I will repeat the steps to download the cards. If you go in blocks, recognition cards, just go in extensions and use the recognition card extension. Over there, you will have the recognition card blocks. And right over there, you will have the option to download recognition cards, PDF of the recognition cards. So yeah, I hope that is clear now. All right. So then now let's start up with the activity. What do we want? We want to recognize these recognition cards that I have with the help of camera. So to do that, I have to load in recognition cards extension, right? So let's do it. Recognition cards, it is loaded. So let's design everything, right? So what do we want? We want to turn on the camera, analyze. If the card says go, we want to make sure that the sprite is moving ahead because we are using the sprite over here, not the Quarky first. So let's start up. Let's turn on the video by recognize cards equals to video. Right. With that, the video will be turned on. I have to, of course, type on here. The video will be turned on, and you have to make sure you are typing turn on flip. So it has to be O has to be small, sorry. Flipped. So that is what we want. Oh, I'm my bad. It will be not this, it will be like this. Yeah. Perfect. After this, I have to use the enable box function. And then with that, I will be using the set threshold to set the threshold to 0.6, or you can set it to 0.5. So it's up to you. After this, of course, as always, you have to use a while loop to check and to analyze first. So we will analyze from camera. After this, I want to get the class name. Right? I want the sprite to say the class name. So for that, I will make a variable called sign, in which I will assign the value of the class name that is detected. Okay, so do till this point, then give me a thumbs up, and then we will move ahead. I request all of you. Nikita ma'am, we are using on flipped because if you see the camera is, comes up to be, if you see yourself in mirror, your image is flipped up. So therefore, same way here in the camera also, it will be flipped. So we have to turn it back again. We have to flip it again so that whenever I, show stop, it will be able to recognize that, okay, it is stop. As you can see right now, it is not saying stop. I cannot read it, right? It is flipped. Therefore, I will be flipping the camera again so that it can read it the way it should be. All right. Give me a thumbs up in the chat box once you're done with this part so that we can move ahead. Perfect. Right, Paula. You're right. Yes. Okay. I only got thumbs up from Sophia. What about others? Yeah, Nikita. Okay, perfect. Right. So I hope everyone is done till this point, but that is what I can see as of now. Now we will make sprite say the signs that is the sign that is detected. So sprite dot say the sign that is detected. So we will just write sign plus detected. And yeah, after this, okay, let's give a space over here so that the sign and plus detected word is not together. Then we will use if conditions, right? We will use if conditions. So first if condition will be if there is a sign there in front of the camera, then only we want to check the conditions. So for that, we will use if recognition cards dot count is more than, or yeah, if it is more than, let's say, 0, then we want to start the recognitions, right? But as I always say, let's test it out. Then we will see if there is any problem or not. Then we will type if go in sign. So that if the go is detected in sign, then we want the car that is over here, the car sprite. So sprite dot move x or change x. You can also use change x, will be much better. Change x. So right now it is at this position. So change x by maybe it was at 40. Okay, let's place it here. This is the starting line. So 43, then from 43, we can make it go to 136. So change x by, let's say, so it is increasing. So 30, right? So Every time it sees go sign, it will change x by 30. Elif, we can use elif also. We can use if also. So elif, let's say turn left sign is detected. So turn left in sign. Then we want sprite dot change. So turn left means if it is like this, turning left means it has to go in that direction. So we will change the direction and we will make the direction to be left means mine 0. So change direction to 0. Perfect. Then elif again, if we find turn right in sign, then sprite dot direction or set direction. So let's use set direction. It won't be direction only. Set direction to right means it will be to this point, which is 180. So let's type 180 over here. Perfect. So it means right and left, we are able to code it. Right. We also have U-turn. So if elif U-turn in sign is detected, then sprite dot set direction. First, we have to set the direction to 180 because we are taking a U-turn, and then we can make it go forward. So go forward can be in that area also. Okay, let me set the direction again to 90. Is it over here? Right. Yeah, I think only go should be used for this. It depends where we are going. So if, yeah, go is detected, you can go to X30. With that, we can also make it follow the line. Okay, let's click on run. Let's see what the output looks like. And then we can, of course, change it again if we don't like it. I'm reading the comments. Yes, that's a great idea, sir. Yeah, right, Nikita ma'am. We can program with hand position gestures also. Of course, yeah, you can. So go is detected, it is going perfect. So if U-turn is detected, it is taking a U-turn. Then go is detected, but it is not changing, right? So I have to take a U-turn again. So right now it is U-turn means 90 degrees. So let's make it turn right, make it turn left. Okay, then if we wanted to go forward, you can see when we are turning in that direction, it is not going in that direction. Okay, so let's stop the code. And I know what I have to do. So basically, it was just to check out if it is working fine or not. In this case, it is. Let's set the direction again to 90. Okay, now, so turning left means setting the direction to that particular thing. So left means 0. So it will be facing upwards. So going upwards means changing the Y position, right? So in that case, we can write sprite dot change Y by 30. Same or 30 can be a little too much. Let's go with 20 only. And then for right hand side, it will be change. So if you're turning left, yeah. And if you're turning right, then it will, because if you're going like this, so it will turn to the right, left hand side, then it will go up. Then over here, it will take a turn to the left hand side again. In this case, change by will not work. Or we can also do one more thing. On the basis of this, the recognitions of the cards, we can make it change the direction and also go in that direction. That is what we want to do. So, okay, I think that is okay. Yeah. Right. Oh. Right. Dot change. In this case, 180. So 180 is basically over here, which means y. So change y by 20. Of course, you can find much better way to do it. That's not a problem. Change Newton means again it is going 180. So it will be change y again by 20. Okay, let's test it out. I will be more than happy if you would like to share more possible ways of doing it. It will, of course, help us to make our code much better. So right now it is saying null detected because my camera takes time to get connected with PictoBlox. Okay, let's see go. It is going ahead. Let's check out U-turn. Okay, so after taking U-turn, it is not going down. So okay, after taking U-turn, it should be minus 20 because we have to go down. Okay, perfect. Right, let's run the code again. And so if I show U-turn, yeah, it is going down. If I show it to turn, right now it is like this. So turning to the left-hand side, which will change its Y position, and right-hand side, which will also change its Y position. So let's see. Right is detected, but it is going up because it is not turning. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, now it is turned the right way. Now if I U-turn it, working perfectly fine. Now if I do this, okay. Then if I turn it to the right hand side, and then I make it go, or make it go U-turn. Yeah, perfect. So you can see it is working. I can also show it to you here. U-turn is working. But you see U-turn, if the car is also already turned, then why it has to take a U-turn, right? Because in case if U-turn is like also means going back, like going down. Okay, so let's take this code a little, let's make this code a little smart. And I got a idea to do that. Let's get 90. So go will means forward, that we already have changed over here. Go means going forward. And setting the direction as forward over here. So sprite dot set direction to 90. Right. So we have 90. So that means going forward because we go forward like this only. So that's correct. Then we have turn left, in which we are making the direction to 0 degrees, which is this one, right? Because this is left, because we are facing this way. So that is left. After that, we will be going up. So in that case, we are changing the y by 20, which is increasing the y. That is correct. Then if we want to turn right from here, we will set the direction to 180 degrees and then change y by 20. So this is incorrect. It will be minus 20 because we are going down, right? Then U-turn means changing y by 120, 180 and then this. Or U-turn, let's not change the direction. Let's just make it go backward. Now let's try it. Of course, there are many possible ways. Okay, let's stop the code just 1 second. Let me move the direction back to 90. And now let's try it. So once the camera is on, let's test it out. Go, it is moving perfectly fine. Then let's try out this one. Turn left, working perfectly fine. Turn right, working perfectly fine. Because in that case, yeah. Then we have the U-turn. This, then go. So yeah, it is recognizing me as John. So yeah, that I think is much better than what we had. Yeah, Sophia, there might be error in the spelling. So check the spelling and also check this over here. This one. Do check the spelling. You know, everyone makes spelling mistakes. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. So yeah, this was the activity for the ones who do not have Quarky. Of course, you can try it on in different ways also. And you can also code it to make it follow the black line. Yes, you are right. You can code it to follow the black line also. And how to do that? You have to figure it out yourself, right? Okay. Let's start up with the activity with the help of Quarky. So I will delete this. Rest of the things will be here only. I will choose my Toby once again. I will change the backdrop to normal one. Sorry, go back to Python. I will copy this whole code of the blue car and paste it in Toby sprite. I will delete this blue car line, of course. Okay, sure. After this, I will delete the car sprite. Let's delete it. We don't need it. Enable box will be there, so that's not a problem. Now let's first connect our Quarky. So I will stop sharing and I will show my video. So on the backend side, as I showed you, there is a button which is right over here. This one. Once you click on this button, the Quarky will turn on. And you can see my Quarky has turned on. Once it turns on, there will be a blue light over here. After this, all I have to do, I have to connect it to my PictoBlox. So there are two ways to connect Quarky to PictoBlox. The first way is by USB-C cable, USB to USB-C cable, which is a direct serial port connection. And with that, you can also connect it via your Bluetooth. For connecting Quarky via Bluetooth to your computer system, to your PC, to your laptop, you need to download PictoBlox link. That is only when it will be able to connect via Bluetooth. But serial connection is directly, no need to download the Bluetooth link. But if you want to connect it via Bluetooth, you have to download PictoBlox link. If you want to connect your Quarky to your phone, you can do that with normal Bluetooth. No need to download PictoBlox link. Okay, so now my Quarky is on, my Bluetooth link is also working. Bluetooth link is just, PictoBlox link is just like Bluetooth. It will work in your background. It won't take that much RAM. It will work perfectly fine. That's not a problem. You can have it done on the entire time. It won't drain out your battery as well. Okay. Now let's click on board over here. I'm not going to go in details. The ones who have Quarky might have worked with it, therefore they have it. So let's click on board and select Quarky from this. So as you can see, Quarky option. So these are the ones that will work with Python. So you can see, let's click on Quarky. If you have Arduino, you can test it out with Arduino also with the Arduino functions. After this, you have to click on Bluetooth and you can see my Quarky is coming up here. So once I click on connect, you see it will make a sound and the blue light will turn into green. You can see it made a sound and the blue light is green now. That means my Quarky is connected. Okay, now let's do the same code, make the same code. Everything is going to be the same. In this case, if go in sign is detected, then I want the Quarky to move forward. It is going to be very interesting. I want the Quarky to move forward at the speed of 60% for 0.5 seconds. So we have Quarky, sorry, we have to, of course, load the functions. For this, we will use Quarky equals to Quarky so that all the functions are stored in this Quarky variable. So let me just go back. And if the go sign is detected, then Quarky dot run time robot. In this case, we wanted to first, we have to mention where it has to run forward. Then we have to mention speed. Let's go at 60%. Then we have to mention for how many seconds. Let's mention to 0.5. Right. Same way I will do for the rest of the signs also. So go, then we have turn left, L 60%, then turn right. We have R 60%, 0.5, then U-turn. We have B, which is backwards, 60% and 0.5. You can use if also, you can use LF also, totally up to you. That's not a problem. All right. So now to test this code, I will be doing one thing. I will be switching up my camera for you all so that you will be able to see the Quarky working perfectly fine. So give me a moment so that I'm ready with my camera setup so that I can also help you to see the Quarky, which is going to work perfectly fine with this. Okay. Yeah, let's check it out. Perfect. So I'm going to go to full screen mode. First, I will, I will grab the PictoBlox sprite and place it here so that there is no disturbance here. Yeah. Okay, let's start the code. It's going to take some time to connect to the external camera. And once it do, it will show my table as well as the Quarky on it. So you can see Quarky is right over here. So it is saying clubs detected, but of course we don't need that. Let's now use go. So you can see Quarky is going forward. Let's use U-turn. Quarky took a U-turn, right? Okay. Give me 1 second. Yeah. it will be now much clear to all of you. After this, if I show it, this one, turning left, turning right, going forward. So you see, it is working perfectly fine in this case. So this is how this activity will work. And I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay, let me show it to you once again. I will stop sharing. I will turn on my video and then show it to you. Okay. Let me pin myself. Okay. Now let's do it once again. I will show the go card. I have to go back there. It is going. Then if I show it U-turn card, it will come back. So you see, it is working perfectly fine. So this is how exactly this activity will work. You can do wonders with Quarky. Quarky can do a lot of things. So that is that particular thing that I wanted to mention. So that was the activity. I hope you liked it. I hope you found it very interesting and engaging. And yeah, let me share my screen once again. So there is no DIY activity for this particular session. You can test out other activities, you can complete your assignments. And a lot of you must be wondering how to submit assignment for this session because you are using robot. Make any activity of self-driving car with your own brain, just like I did in this session. I came up with this activity randomly, to be very honest. Same way you can come up with an activity by which you can teach your students about self-driving car without robots. So it's a challenge for you as a teacher. Make an activity and then you can submit that activity over the LMS. Okay. With that, let's head over to the online course and let me show you how you can get your participation certificate because I know you all must be very excited about that. So give me a moment. I will be sharing my screen to show you how you can get your participation certificate. And trust me, you will be very happy. So all of the online course is open now. As you can see my screen over here. Let me remove myself as a pen. Yeah. So over here, once you complete this, so session number 10, just click on session number 10. Then click on mark complete of all of the activities. Then go to caption project. Mark completed also from here. Go to closing ceremony. Mark complete that also. Then go to quiz. Attempt the quiz. You can attempt the quiz, but I already did. So that's not a problem. After this, once you go back to your course after completing the whole course, it will take back you to this starting page. And over there, you will see the button which says download certificate. And if you click on it, it will download you your certificate. And this is what this certificate looks like. This is what the certificate looks like. Isn't it amazing? You have all of the logos and you have this beautiful participation certificate, which you can post on your LinkedIn. You can also take a printout of this certificate and click a selfie like this and post it in the Telegram group. And we will, of course, share that selfie in tomorrow's closing ceremony. With that, you can also make a 30 or 20 to 30-second video of sharing your experience of the bootcamp. And that video also you can post in the WhatsApp and Telegram group to get yourself featured in the recap of International Educators Bootcamp video that we will be posting on all of the social media platforms by the official STEMpedia handle. So that was about the participation certificate. You can see it is over here. All you need to do is complete the whole course. If you, even if you haven't submitted the assignment, you can just mark it complete and you can submit it afterwards. Now I will show you, now Miss Shruti will show you how to get the badge. Miss Shruti. Yeah. So by the time I'm just going to answer some of the question that I can see in the chat box, by the time Miss Shruti shares us that. So the deadline of the capstone project is 11th of September. So you have to make sure you submit your capstone project by 11th. After that, only you will be able to you will be able to participate in the top performers race. And to get your badge, all you have to do, you have to submit all of the assignments and score more than 60% in the quiz. So once you submit your assignment, you will be able to get 60%, and then you will be able to get 60% of the marks, and then you will get the participation, so the recognition badge. Vivek, I was absent yesterday. How can I submit yesterday's attendance? Ma'am, watch the session. In the session, if you click the session link over there, we have the forms in the description box. So yeah, it will be there. I think you can check comments on yesterday's. Yeah, right, Nikita Shah, ma'am. Yes, Marina Quarky gets instructions via Bluetooth. Right. Capstone project is basically an innovative project that you have to make, that you have to submit. It will be your own creativity. And based upon best caption project, we will select the top performers. So this is how you download your certificate, and your certificate will look something like this. Let me show it to you once again. This is what the certificate will look like. It's a very beautiful certificate. Even I will download it and post it on social media. And I will also get my badge. So all I have to do to get the badge, I have to submit all of the activities. So let's submit all of the activities and let's get the badge. So over here, I can submit, I can write the name as assignment calculator. Then I will submit the video link. Once I submit this, I will submit the activity of session number 2. As you can see, once you submit it, it will show assignment submitted. Let's go to session number 2. Okay. And once you go on session number 2, you have to submit your activity over here also. So title, which can be, I'm just giving you a demo, therefore I'm doing it. I'm giving you a demo here, but you have to submit good, true video links. If you submit false video links, it will not generate the certificate. Because from the backend also, we will check each and every assignment that you will submit. So you have to make sure that you are submitting correct video links. After this, you have to submit the assignment of the chat GPT. Then go to submit. Then session 5 activity. And then you can submit this also. Then session 6 activity. As you can see, I have marked completed, but I can still submit the activities, right? So you can do that. That's not a problem. Then demo, then sorry, assignment title, then project video for session number 6. Once you submit for session number 6, then you have to go for session number 7. Same way, you have to submit the activity here. Educators, make sure you are submitting the correct video because we will be checking it from the backend. Then again, submit the assignment of day 9, sorry, day 8, 10 of day 9. Then of day 10, which was today's activity, which was Python powered self-driving car. Then, sorry, this, and if you click on submit, all of the assignments will be submitted. After this, all you need is go to this quiz and take this quiz. That's it. If you click on start this quiz, it will start the quiz and you will have the questions over there. And once you complete this quiz and once you score more than 60% marks, your badge will be generated automatically. So just how the certificate was generated, your batch will be generated as well. Tomorrow in the closing ceremony, I will show these steps again, and I will show you how you can get your badge and your certificate, and we will talk in detail about these things. Once you get your badge and your certificate, click a selfie, click a picture, and send it to us on Telegram and WhatsApp group with your journey, a video of 20 to 30 seconds, that how what was your experience in the boot camp, to get yourself featured in the closing ceremony tomorrow. So it was a humble request to all of you to make a video as well as to send us a screenshot there. We will talk more about the prizes and recognitions in the closing ceremony, so you may join us there to get your doubts resolved, as well as we will be, of course, unveiling some most exciting things there. Okay, with that, I'm open to your doubts. And of course, you have to fill your feedback form. So make sure you are filling the feedback form. With that, Ms. Shruti, would you like to add something?
Yeah, so along with this feedback form, I would like to request Mr. Vivek to please share the final post session, post survey form as well. So I would request all our educators that before starting this bootcamp, you have been submitting the pre-survey form. You have submitted the pre-survey form before this bootcamp. So on behalf, like on the basis of that, we have designed the post-survey form. So please fill out this post-survey form and even this feedback session form also, which is the regular one. So please do that from your end. Also, we would like to showcase our best educators or the proactive educators in tomorrow's closing ceremony. So I would request all of you to, if possible, please get the badges and mark your make your space in that particular area as well, so that we could showcase you in the closing ceremony. So we would request you to please get the badges and certificates as soon as possible before tomorrow's closing ceremony. You will still have a chance after that also to submit the assignments, getting the badges and even the certificates. But if you want to showcase yourself as a proactive educator, then please get the badges and mark your space done in the closing ceremony.
With that, I would like to answer a few of the questions that are there in the chat box. So, Miss Sophia, it's okay. You can submit the activity again, as you have mentioned that you have submitted the YouTube link again. Not a problem. Miss Ashmita is saying, I have submitted all the time assignments, but it is asking to submit again. It won't ask to submit again, but it will be open. So let's say if you by chance submitted wrong link, you can resubmit it, and that's not a problem. Once you submit it, it's okay. Submission once is required. Renu ma'am, the attendance form links for to yesterday's session will be there in the yesterday's video link, and it will be there in the WhatsApp group also. So you may access it from there, please. Yes, 11th September is the last day. If you want to be a part of the top performers race, you have to complete everything by 11th September. As I mentioned, Vikas Kumar sir, if you don't have Quarky, make an activity by which you will be able to teach your students about self-driving car and post that activity video over there. Right. So I hope everyone was able to understand what we have explained in this particular session. I hope you all enjoyed the 10 days of the boot camp as we have enjoyed. Me and Ms. Shruti have learned a lot, and we have worked dedicatedly for this boot camp. So make sure to join tomorrow's closing ceremony at the same time. And we will be having our CEO also there, Mr. Drupal Shah, with some of the proactive educators who will be joining us live to share their experience. And of course, we will be showing you a video in which you can be there if you share your experience video in the Telegram and WhatsApp group. So make sure after this session, you make a 30 seconds video, 20 to 30 seconds video, and post it there in the groups. And you can get a chance to get yourself featured in the bootcamp recap video. So thank you so much, everyone. Do make sure you join the closing ceremony, and we will see you there at the same time. Thank you so much, Ms. Shruti. Thank you so much, Dave, for joining this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivek. Thank you so very much, all our educators. Have a great day. Bye bye.